Essa oportunidade de participar do Contender vai mostrar toda a dedicação do meu trabalho. Vai ser, como eu digo, o prêmio de uma vida toda trabalhando para isso, e eu vou conquistar esse contrato e realizar um dos meus sonhos. Meu nome é Jean Matsumoto, tenho 23 anos, sou de Bragança Paulista e represento a equipe Inside MMA. Então, nasci em Bragança, né, no bairro do Parque dos Estados. Eu era uma criança mais quietinha mesmo, desde a infância sempre dentro dos tatames, desde os 6 anos que eu treino. Sim, com certeza meus pais são os pilares aí da minha carreira. Acho que sem eles eu não estaria onde eu estou agora, tanto que meu pai é um dos meus treinadores aí, então isso me dá todo o suporte que eu preciso. Me levou para o Muay Thai e aí desde o primeiro treino foi o que eu quis para minha vida ali. Até então praticava só Muay Thai e aí eu falei pro meu pai que queria lutar MMA e ele já falou para mim pra gente procurar uma academia de Jiu-Jitsu também, que eu era só da parte em pé. E eu comecei com meus 8 anos ali no Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu todos os dias. E aí com 18 anos fiz minha estreia no MMA profissional. Então, o primeiro cinturão eu tinha 19 anos e desde então é o que eu sempre fiz com a minha vida. Tenho 13 lutas, 13 vitórias e agora chegou a hora de mostrar para o mundo todo esse trabalho de toda uma vida. Meu adversário é o Casey Turner, então, mas eu acredito que eu vou nocautear ele nos 3 rounds aí. Vou conquistar esse contrato e estar entre os melhores do mundo.
Winning a UFC contract would mean everything to me, and I won't be stopped. Nobody's stopping me. I've had this dream since I was, 17 years old, and I think we need some tough American fighters in the UFC. I'm gonna bring a lot of toughness and grit, a lot of pressure. I'm gonna break this guy down, get the finish. I'm Casey Tanner. I'm 31 years old, fighting out of Fight Ready in Scottsdale, Arizona. Yeah, I'm from Bloomington, Illinois. Small town vibes. Grew up hunting and fishing, growing up tough. I started karate when I was like 6 years old. My dad's Billy Tanner, black belt in Shotokan karate, and it rubbed off on me, and now it's my passion, just carrying on the lineage. He's been a huge influence, just his hard work and dedication, and I see him putting that work in. That rubbed off on me naturally. Got into wrestling shortly after that, and then jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. I moved from Bloomington to Arizona 11 or 12 years ago now. I needed more competition. I needed to seek out training partners, and there's an Olympic gold medalist, Henry Cejudo, at my gym. We've kind of been helping each other out, and he's pushed me to this point. Just watching him train and seeing how he approaches the game is on another level. I have a great foundation in Arizona, and I couldn't ask for a better support system. Me, Matsumoto, he's not stopping me. The pressure I'm going to put on him, the endurance, the pace, he's not going to be able to keep up with that, and I'm going to break him. Nothing that this guy brings to the table is going to surprise me. One way or another, he's going out.
Soy Patricia Lujas, El Ángel, tengo 27 años, nací en la ciudad de Asunción, Paraguay, represento a la Academia Evolución Thai. Paraguay es un país chico, pero de un buen corazón y de sangre guerrera realmente. Comencé las artes marciales mixtas realmente haciendo Muay Thai. Quería sentir algo diferente, que es lo que vine a encontrar en lo que es las artes marciales. Me adentré tanto que no puedo ahora realmente verme sin esto y sin estar en el deporte. Bueno, mi récord es 9 ganadas, 2 perdidas. Me vengo preparando para esto hace años. Es importante porque soy la primera paraguaya en participar en este evento. Entonces tengo que demostrar la garra guaraní, tengo que demostrar de lo que somos capaces y hacer conocer por sobre todo mi país. Un contrato firmado en la UFC significa el comienzo de una gran historia del Ángel en ese octágono. Bueno, me emociona esta pelea porque es un desafío muy grande, es el desafío que ya venía esperando. Soy una luchadora peligrosa porque no tengo miedo a golpear, a ser golpeada. Soy peligrosa porque voy de frente. Esta pelea va a ser emocionante porque va a haber una guerra ahí arriba en el octágono. Va a haber sangre. Sé que voy a dominar en cualquiera de los dos ámbitos.
Eu sou a Júlia Polastri, tenho 23 anos, sou nascida em Duque de Caxias, Rio de Janeiro, e eu represento a equipe CWB Fighter. Então, eu comecei nas artes marciais quando eu tinha 17 anos. E o meu professor já era o Douglas, foi ele que me ensinou o primeiro jab direto. Porque final de semana que eu lutava sábado, eu saía da luta, já ia pra pesagem da luta de domingo, então eu realmente me apaixonei. Eu tenho 11 vitórias, 3 derrotas, mas acho que a mais importante de todas foi a experiência do Contender. Eu acabei perdendo essa luta, mas acredito que foi a mais importante da minha carreira, porque eu cresci muito. Evolui muito, 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 tanto que a minha última luta eu consegui no primeiro round com uma finalização, que o que eles viram lá era só uma menina. E agora quem tá voltando é uma mulher que sabe o que quer fazer, que veio para fazer a história, para colocar o nome. Então, a minha adversária agora é a Patrícia Alujas. Então, assim, o que ela me trouxer lá em cima, eu tô 100% preparada. Então, acho que ali você já vê que eu sou bem agressiva, né? O que eu quero impor nessa luta é justamente essa agressividade, essa força de punch, né? Esse domínio. Se ela me der mole, eu vou nocautear.
My name's AJ the Savage Cunningham. I train at law school MMA, and I'm here to break people. I am a 10-2 professional fighter. I'm currently on a 3-fight win streak. When I'm in the octagon, I'm the Savage. The Savage is someone that you can break their bones, you can cut their flesh, but until you break that will, which you will never do, I'm not stopping. When I was just a child, my father, Jimmy Lee Stacy II, he had an idea of how we were supposed to turn out. At a young age, 4, 5, 6 years old, at least where I can remember, we were shot up with steroids. He was part of a gang called the Aryan Brotherhood. One of the worst things my father did to me when growing up was this thing called the honey treatment. So he'd sit you down by the fridge, put you in a chair, and grab random condiments or leftovers from the fridge, dump over your head, and then he'd throw you outside, let you sleep outside with the pits. I think what really separates me from these other men in that octagon, I had been through horrible, horrible beatings at even just a young age. So taking an ass whooping at 28 isn't nothing when you've took several before the age of 8. They may, break the bone, they may cut the face, whatever. They'll never break my heart, they'll never break my will, but I will break theirs. So I'll be fighting Stephen Wynn. Super excited about this matchup. He's been here a couple times before. A third time will not be the charm though, that's for sure. I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna bring it to Stephen. He likes to stand and throw, and I do too. It'll be a good fight, I'll give him that. At the end, I will get my hand raised, and I will earn that UFC contract.
My name is Stephen Wynn. I'm fighting out of Fortis MMA, and I'll be looking for the finish from beginning to end. My record is 8-1. I have 6 finishes. This is my life. This is all I've known since I was 5 years old, and I never really looked back. This is something that I chose to do, and I feel like I'm chosen to do. I've won on this show, I've lost on this show. I've sacrificed everything. This is my life. I don't really do much except for train every single day. It doesn't matter how many times I get knocked down. It doesn't matter if I lost, didn't get the contract. If I've won, still didn't get the contract. You just have to continue to see it all the way through. I train with the best people in the world, the best training partners in the world, every single day. Ryan Spann, Uriah Hall, Damon Jackson, the list just goes on and on. My parents were from Vietnam, and I was born and raised here in America. As I've grown up, I've really embraced my culture, and I definitely want to prove to the world and prove to Vietnamese people that, Vietnamese MMA is here to stay.
Big right hand from Wynn.
This fight will be exciting because I'm going to bring it from the beginning, to when the bell rings, all the way to the very end. No matter what, I'm going to be looking to finish the fight.
I'm undefeated in MMA. I'm faster, I'm strong, I'm dangerous, and I really think that my experience on kickboxing will make a really difference on my game and now in the Dana White Contender Series. My name is Jonathan Diniz. I'm 32 years old. I come from Curitiba and I represent Santa Fe team. When I was 13 years old, I did a fight in the street. He punched me in the face, and my cousin come to me and say, okay, you never fight in the street anymore. He bring me to the gym, and I start to train Muay Thai. My first trainer come to me and say, hey, you're a good guy, man. You have a good talent. Maybe, if you want, can you do your first fight? A few years after, 22 amateur fights. I win all the fights, 19 by KO. And after that, my coach say, okay, nobody want to fight with you in amateur. You have to be a professional. In MMA, I make 5 fights, 5 wins, and 5 by KOs. I also are learning a lot from wrestling, jiu-jitsu, but I'm a striker, I'm pure striker. I come from kickboxing. Dana, I come to impress you on this fight. Don't blink because this fight will finish very fast. okay? I will knock him out and you bring this contract home. It's a really big dream to me for MC with UFC. I know how many doors this contract will open. It's the most big goal in my life. I will do all that I can for him to achieve this goal. I know that my opponent is very tough, but he really have a problem. When the octagon get close, I can promise for you, we come to fight works, and in the right moment, I will knock him out, for sure, 100%.
Quero provar que eu tô pronto, que aquele Eduardo do último contender ficou para trás e que agora vai ser diferente. Vai ser um Eduardo mais agressivo. Quero machucar meu adversário, vou machucar ele. Ele vai sentir o que eu senti na última derrota do contender. Meu nome é Eduardo Bebezão, tenho 23 anos, nasci em João Pessoa, Paraíba, e eu vim para quebrar tudo no contender. Primeira vez que eu participei do contender, eu fiquei deslumbrado ao chegar no UFC e ver toda aquela estrutura. Fiquei um pouco nervoso na hora da luta, mas deu errado, fiz uma estratégia errada. Da última luta pra cá, amadureci bastante. Cada luta que passa eu amadureço, eu vejo onde eu tô errando, eu tento melhorar. Quando eu perdi lá no contender, eu fiz 2 lutas, fui campeão do LFA e hoje voltei como um campeão. Dana, tô pronto, voltei e pode ter certeza que eu vou chocar o mundo. Tenho certeza que o cinturão me deu a passagem de volta pro contender, então eu não posso desperdiçar esse título. Sou um cara perigoso porque quando a mão entra, já sabe, o cara cai. E quando a porta fechar, vai ser o tempo todo pra ele. Acabar com o nocaute do Bebezão no primeiro round.
Desde que empecé siempre hubo comentarios de que en algún momento iba a estar en el UFC. Es por eso que ahora estoy aquí, vengo a disfrutar el momento, a llevarme ese contrato. Como te digo, eventualmente voy a estar en el UFC peleando con los mejores exponentes. Mi nombre es James John Top, tengo 23 años, vengo de Lima, Perú y vengo a demostrar que puedo llevarme ese contrato del Contender Series. Mi récord es 13-2, 13 victorias, 2 derrotas. Mi mayor conquista ha sido el título del FFC en los 77 kilos. En algún momento de mi vida llegó el punto donde yo tenía un equipo y ese equipo poco a poco se fue desarmando. En ese momento era como que un poco influenciable, dije, pucha, de repente yo también debería salir, ¿no? E irme de este mundo, porque también es difícil. Y llega un momento donde uno dice, no puedo irme. Y estamos aquí ahora, imagínate, 3 años atrás iba a tirar la toalla y 3 años después estoy acá. Que puedo llegar a pelear en los grandes escenarios del UFC. Estoy emocionado, estoy feliz y voy para adentro a demostrar quién es James John Top.
Last time I was on this show, I came out here and it was just a ball of emotions. I wasn't training right, I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't doing everything that I needed to do right to be an UFC fighter. I wasn't deserving. But now, I'm deserving. And I'm gonna show the world what I'm gonna do. My name is Malik Lewis. I'm fighting out of Fort Worth at Genesis Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm here to get into the UFC. I'm 6-1, I have all finishes, I have 2 belts, or I have a belt and defended it for peak fighting. I fought for LFA, I've been fighting for a real long time. If the Malik Lewis comes out that is going to come out, and if he stays on the path that he's on, I'm telling y'all, Malik Lewis will be a household name, I promise you that. I train with some of the best in the world, I train with all these UFC fighters, I know all these guys, they know who I am, the coaches, they all respect me for a reason. This isn't a game, they're gonna find out. Dana White, thanks for having me back, I got you this time. And I am hungry, and I'll never turn down anybody, and no matter what, I'll always be pushing, and I'm down to fight whoever. So I think that they'll love me. And when I get that contract, and they're like, hey, go fight this guy, and I knock him out, I think they're gonna start to realize. I watched some film on James Lontop. I watched his film every night, something that I usually never did, I just let all the anticipation and all that build up, but I watched this fight, and I've seen what he's got to bring and offer, and I don't think he understands what he's about to get in there with. And I think they're thinking this is some knucklehead dude off the street because how I look, but they're gonna realize that I live and breathe MMA, and wherever he goes, he's gonna be in deep waters.